What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and today we're going to be talking about the brand newly revealed Legend SABO, which it's not much of a surprise. We all pretty much assumed that a SABO character was going to be arriving somewhat soon, considering we know that the silhouette for the upcoming treasure map, a lot of people predicted that it's going to be Fujitora. With the introduction of this, it all makes sense. So, SABO is going to be a treasure map legend. Well, he's debuting on a treasure map, but similar to last year, where the 8.5 anniversary Zoro, he debuted during a treasure map, but that unit is still an anniversary exclusive character. This character is the exact same. Well, yes, he is going to be good in the treasure map, and he is debuting during a treasure map period. He is not a treasure map legend, he is just an ANNI exclusive. Just want to clear that up because I know some people are going to get that twisted. So let's go through the information that was officially revealed here on Twitter, because we were expecting this to happen, and I think that what he does kind of falls in line with, what we expected him to do. He was going to be somewhat of a unit that would either be Sail Quick, it would be Free Spirit at least, and would supplement the Luffy and the Ace strategy, focusing on the chain effects in the game. And SABO does exactly that. So let's go ahead and break him down. So SABO himself is a quick cerebral free spirit, but he is a superclass free cerebral character, which is a bit bizarre. I was expecting him to be a quick super type, so that is a little bit strange that he is a cerebral superclass, because we have plenty of those. So yeah, a little bit weird in my opinion, but let's go ahead and break him down. He is a super tandem character, which is good, and he has fear resistance, and when you see what he does, fear resistance for him is really good. So let's go through his captain ability. So his captain ability, the Inherited Flame, reduces the crew's cooldown by 1 turn at the start of the quest, boosting Quick, Psi, and Cerebral characters' attack by 5.4 when you have a matching slot 5 times otherwise. This already triggers me, and the reason for it is because we just had the anniversary exclusive Ace character. His captain effect boosted Psi and Quick, but a lot of his kit, including his super tandem, a part of his special, also boosted shooters, but then Ace's captain doesn't boost shooters. But now we have the SABO who boosts Psi, Quick, and also Cerebral, so that pisses me off. I don't like the fact that this character got the special treatment and Ace didn't. That's not a big fan of that, honestly. I think that's a really terrible decision, but either way, 1.4 times HP. Strength, Dex, and Tandem slots are matching, which I guess as a quick captain, making Strength and Dex matching is kind of cool, I guess. If the crew applies an additive chain multiplier or a multiplicative chain multiplier boost, launches a Flame to Protect a Brother, which is his special, at the start of the next turn, only once per quest. This is ridiculously good. This is so good, but of course it means that if you apply it through a support effect, if you apply it through a switch effect, I believe that will also count towards this. But the fact that this character can get essentially a free special launch, those types of units are always characters you should be looking out for. Just at a standstill right now, the captain ability really doesn't do that much. I mean, it's just -1 cooldown, attack boosts, HP boost, matching slot, and then a potential to launch his special whenever you get a chain addition or chain multiplier. It's not the most jaw-dropping captain ever. It's a pretty basic captain, but it has the potential to be good. So his special, which automatically gets launched with his captain, 14 turn cooldown, deals 100 times his attack and non-type damage only to a single target, which I guess could be a good thing. Reduces special bind by 7 turns. It's very, very good. And then reduces all enemies' damage reduction, which is the Rainbow Shield, by 7 turns. Utility-wise, it's very good. Locks the crew slots for 1 turn as well, because why not? If the crew has an additive chain or a multiplicative chain when you launch the special, you get a 3.0 chain boundary for 3 turns, and it caps out at 30. That's very good. We kind of made sense that this character was going to be focusing around chain boundary, because that's the only thing that we didn't get with the latest batch that came out with Ace and Luffy, so it makes perfect sense. So you get a 3.0 chain boundary, but you get a 2.75 times chain boundary if you don't have chain addition or chain multiplicative buff when he gets to launch the special. So at a bare minimum, you're getting a 1 turn 2.75 boundary, but it can be potentially a 3.0 chain boundary for 3 turns, so I like that. If the crew has a chain lock when you launch the special, you extend the duration of the chain lock by 2 turns. It's also very good. It means if you're on double Sabo, you can get a really long, like 5-turn chain boundary, I guess. I don't think that's going to be something that you'll be looking to do, but maybe potentially he could have some play. But the fact that his captain ability doesn't really have like any utility or anything like that, he's probably going to be better as a hybrid captain, I would say. I mean, he'd hybrid very well with the Ace, I guess. He could hybrid very well with the new Luffy, of course. I do love this artwork though. This artwork is so good with the Luffy in the background from Dressrosa. Fantastic artwork. So Captain is special, like it's pretty much what we expected, a character that was going to supplement the strategy of the Luffy and the Ace that we got during the anniversary period. But like it's not wowing me. This character is going to be very good, for sure, like in the latest content that is going to be coming out with Kizuna and Treasure Map, of course. But like, like it doesn't get me super excited, I'll admit. I really hope that the new rare recruits that are coming alongside with Sabo, which is a new hack and a new koala, I really hope those guys are really good. And I assume that they're going to have a support effect that will support Sabo and likely the rest of the revolutionaries, which is good because more supports for the revolutionaries and potentially Robin supports too would be very, very good. Let's move on though. So one of his crewmate abilities reduces 7 turns of special bind, which makes perfect sense. And once again, as I said, he has fear resistance. So that's he's going to be a very good crewmate moving forward into the future. Second crewmate ability, reducing 2 turns of special reverse. That's kind of odd because he doesn't have anything in his kit that revolves around special cooldown. But the fact that he can just resist special reverse, you know what? This guy's going to be really, really good against Grand Voyage versus Buggy. Like, ridiculously good because he has a way to resist special bind and he resists special reverse as well. Yeah, I feel like this guy will be very, very good against that. But we'll wait and see how things go. Support effect, Luffy, Ace, Koala, and Hack. And once per quest, if you're inflicted with special bind, changes the supported character slot into matching and sets the chain multiplier to 3.25 for 1 turn. Sheesh, that is a very good support effect. It doesn't remove the special bind, which I think would have been cool, but to get a 3.25 chain from a support is very, very good. I like it. I like it a lot, and it attaches to Luffy, and there's lots of good Luffys in the game, so this is good. And it attaches to Ace as well, so yeah, this is a really good support effect. I like it. Super class effect, so you need a Luffy, Ace, Garp, Koala, Hack, Rebecca, Ivankov, Inazuma, Lindbergh, Bello Betty, Karasu, Morley, Kuma, or Nico Robin. So a very wide variety there. Nico Robin's a nice addition too, because obviously the New Year's Robin that we got during New Year's, of course, is a quick Free Spirit Cerebral, so same class and type combination as this Sabo, and would synergize very, very well actually. As you have a look at this super class special, which will go ahead and do 80 times his attack in typeless damage to a single target, boosting color affinity of quick size cerebral 2.5 for 1 turn, and then you get the super cerebral. Again, look, it's a pretty good super class special actually. The damage is only single target, which I'd say is the only downfall with his special and super class only being single target, which is why I was mentioning this guy might be very good against Buggy because you don't want AoE damage. You actually want single target damage in that quest. And every component of this character is doing single target damage. He has a kit that's very well built for that Grand Voyage versus Buggy, so I think he actually could see a lot of play. Moving into the Super Tandem, so he does have the Super Tandem as we touched up on, so you do need 2 of the characters on the crew, so that's a little bit different from the Ace that we had a couple weeks ago that was focusing with his Super Tandem. You only needed 1 other character to launch the Super Tandem. This one requires 2, so it does require a bit more team building prowess and setup. So you do need the same characters as his super class, but that's one of the other things as well, is Ace's requirement for his super tandem was very, very much more restricted when you compare it to something like this. Like this, you get access to all of the Revolutionary Army commanders, you get Robins, you also get, where is it there? Yeah, and Kuma as well, right? So obviously there's a lot more to work with here, but the effect applies ignited status to all enemies for 1 turn. It's 100 times enemy attack ignite, so that's like one of the best ignites you can get. And then boost damage dealt to ignited enemies by 2 times for 1 turn, and it applies a 1.75 times tandem attack boost to the crew for 1 turn. This is interesting. It's actually a rainbow super tandem. You don't see that very often, where the super tandem, the attack boost of that tandem effect works for all characters. Usually the tandem effect is for a certain class or certain colors. That's very, very strange to be a rainbow super tandem. And while this is good, you do have to remember that this super tandem effect of applying ignite does not go through full immunity. So that's a huge drawback. The fact that it requires 2 characters and it doesn't go through full immunity. Yeah, this character's not going to be great, I think. You're going to be very selective in terms of where you use him. But, of course, as we mentioned with Nico Robin with her special, you're able to acquire the double conditional effect. So you could technically get Robin's special to get the defense down conditional, and then you have his super tandem, and if you could get both of those effects to activate, you can get 2 conditionals to work at once, so long as the enemy is able to be inflicted with the ignited status. So yeah, this character with the new Nico Robin and the Ace and the Luffy that we got during the global anniversary, you're going to be able to do very good damage with, and I assume that's going to be probably one of the best ways to utilize this character moving forward into the future. So that is the full breakdown in terms of the regular kit for this new SABO character. I think he's fine, but I don't think it's one of those characters that you're going to automatically go bankrupt in gems for. Like, it's one of those units that you could definitely go and pull for now, but this is a character that is likely going to return during globals, or not globals, but the Japan anniversary, May 12th. All the anniversary units should be coming back, question mark. I don't know, don't have any confirmation on that. But, you know, the fact that the waifus debuted on the anniversary last year leads me to believe that other anniversary style units should also be appearing on that banner, right? Before we wrap up the video, we do need to talk about their Rumble kit, because it is a bit of a shame, because I do think that SABO's Rumble kit is pretty bad. This might be one of the worst Rumble units we've had in a while. So the special in his Rumble targets quick teammates for level 6 attack, level 6 speed, and then 100% haste to 3 teammates. It is a 28 CT, so it's fine, it's definitely usable, but like, you have to waste a legend slot for this special. Like, I would rather use the New Year's legend Nico Robin, which can have a vast array of different effects. Like, I think it's attack boost, a CT increase, it does something else, I think it might debuff strength or something. It does way better effects. And then, like, you have a special that Nico Robin's special isn't the best, but when you look at the passive of this unit as well, the Rumble ability, quick teammates HP 5, speed 5, and self shield level 3, this is what you're going to waste a legend slot on your crew for? I don't think so. This character is just not great, especially when Quick are better built around the Driven and Powerhouse classes. I mean, you could build a Quick Cerebral team. You definitely could. You know, you could use Super Tandem Shanks. You could use the Super Evolution of Uta. You could use this. You could use, what's her face? The new Nico Robin, I guess you could use them together. But that team lacks a lot of firepower for sure. I don't know, guys. This guy doesn't seem that great in Rumble. GP Burst, you need to use a Rumble special 7 times, which is pretty easy to achieve. All enemies, defense down 8, speed down 8, and then your team gets level 7 attack up. I don't know if I'd waste a GP Burst on that. That seems pretty terrible. Then you've got the GP Leader skill, which gives Cerebral Free Spirit attack 4, defense 4, CT 3. It's good. And then Quick Teammates, attack, speed, HP 3. This character's not going to be that good in Rumble. One other minor thing before we wrap up the video, on the Japanese Twitter account, they posted a video basically using this character in a super boss, which is kind of crazy. They kind of revealed the super boss to us super early, so we do have full confirmation that the super boss unit is going to be a new Garb character, which I don't think is much of a surprise. I think a lot of people predicted this. I also predicted this. I would kind of think that a new support character will debut. Maybe it's a Makino, makes a lot of sense, or a Curly Dadan. I would love to see that. So we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, we have a new Garp coming out, and of course in this team you've got Super Tandem Law, and you also have Nico Robin as well as the new Ace and the Luffy. So you can see that they're trying to build around this for the Super Boss Kizuna, and then eventually when they do their damage, it does like 4 billion damage, which there's going to be better teams out there for sure. But, you know, it is what it is. Just wanted to give you guys a bit of a rundown. But let me know your thoughts and opinions about the new Legend SABO character coming to One Piece Treasure Cruise. I think he's good, but I don't think he's going to be that character that you're going to go all out to spend your gems for. And I absolutely love this artwork, by the way. It looks really, really good. But it is just kind of disappointing, a couple of the effects. And it still pisses me off that Ace doesn't boost shooters in his captain effect, and this guy can boost cerebral. And I guess you could say, oh, he's a super class cerebral, so it makes sense that he boosts cerebral, because that wouldn't make sense if he's a type captain, but he's a super cerebral. I get that, but still, Ace boosts shooters in a lot of his other parts of his kit, so it is a bit of a weird design choice. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you guys did, make sure to go ahead and leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. On that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.